Okay. I would like to welcome all of you to our very first Pool Funding Well Club rally. This is going to be a historic day. And here we are on April 12th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a Saturday. And know this, those of you that achieve the status of becoming and maintaining the status as a well in pool funding, there are many benefits and rewards ongoing, and this is your chance to qualify to become a well in pool funding and become a club member. It was going to get more and more challenging for people to knock wells out over time because it's going to take a lot more money to do so. But right now, anybody could probably jump in there with a little determination to become a well at this moment in time. Okay. Why are we doing this? By the way, it's only going to be about 200 wells, so you have to have at least $50. I mean, not $50. You have to have at least, you have to be in the top 50 of any one of our four coins, PFI, PFB, PFS, and PFG. You got to be one of the top 50 holders in order to qualify to be a pool funding well and be a club member. Okay. So we want to get the status and hold the status. And just remember that it's all about accumulation right now, guys. When it comes to our coins that are in the market, it's not about getting some and selling some and getting some and selling. No, 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 no. It's about accumulation because the more you accumulate during the 1 year period of time it takes to become a co-founder, to receive your co-founder bonus, you're going to want to have the maximum amount possible at that time. And as the prices just go higher and higher and higher, we're going to go from one all-time high to another, right? There's going to be one price target after another, and they'll just keep going up. It just becomes more and more challenging for people to come in and first of all become a well, but on top of that, maximize just how big their co-founder bonus will be for them. But you have a year to accumulate, so you should take full advantage of that. If you need money, use the system to create cash flow. That's the whole point of pool funding, is creating cash flow using the system. Okay. Am I sharing my screen?
No.
Oh, I thought I was. Let me share my screen. Don't know what happened. But I was referring
There we
to
go.
this here. So on the account page, I was referring to receiving the co-founder bonus. Okay. Be sure to watch that and be very, very clear about what it takes to maximize your co-founder bonus. Okay. All right. And so, of course, this is our very first, well, well club rally. Okay. Now, that being said, let's take a look at the current prices of our coins. See what our starting point is today. And we'll start here. Let's go to PFI first. Okay, so currently PFI is at $6,590. And then moving on to PFB. PFB is currently at $27,851. PFS is currently at $25,340. And PFG, let's see here. I'll just read it over here. It looks like it just says 1M there, but it's technically $1,294,000. Okay, for PFG. All right. So Maria Davidson has volunteered to be someone that will demonstrate this process. Well, I appreciate Hunter. Right before we started the recording, he did a brief training on how to use PancakeSwap. But I'm going to make you the host, Maria, and then you'll be able to share your screen that way. Let's see here. Make
Yeah.
you the host. There we go. You are the host.
There you go.
You're looking great. All right.
Hey, you have to look good. Share.
Yeah, go ahead and share.
Okay.
You're gonna be okay, mommy.
Hmm?
You're gonna be okay.
Disabled. Where is it? For some reason that doesn't show, doesn't, it said host disabled screen sharing.
Oh, try it again.
I'm showing Ernest as the host, actually.
Oh, my mistake. Let me fix that. I might have misclicked. Reclaim host. Try that again. My mistake. Ernest's name was right next to yours. Okay, you should be able to share your screen now.
There we go.
Maria.
Oh, okay. So I'm going, where do I go?
At the
Go,
very
go,
bottom,
go,
click
go.
on the green folder that says share. There you go. You're doing it. Okay, excellent. All right. So first thing you're going to want to, oh, looks like you already have PFS. It looks like you have everything set up. Okay. So
Yeah, I made sure that's it's already connected with each
all right.
other, the PFS.
All right. So you look like you're ready to go. So I put in a number there on USDT. I would say I have an idea what your budget is. So maybe try 400 and see what happens with 400. That might be high. Let's see if it'll allow it. Okay, wait for it. It's loading.
Too
Oh,
high.
that's too high.
Let's see what's
Try 300. So this is kind of what you're going to go through, guys. That, trying to find what's allowed, and anything below 15% is good. So that will do it. 300 would work. Click on swap.
That's good.
Yep. Click on that. And then that's 14.53%. So that's right under 15. So click swap again. Anyway. And then type out the word confirm in that box. And that's how you do it. Now spell firm with an I instead of an E.
I'm a foreigner. Did I tell you that?
Of course, from Hungary, right? There we go. Wait for it. Okay. MetaMask is
Nice try
opening.
though, Maria.
Okay. Click on confirm on the wallet, the blue button.
I have to move you guys in the other side. Confirm.
Click confirm. And boom. Good job. All right, that's complete. Close that and then close the white box with the X in the top right corner. And success. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So would you like to do it again, or you want to change it to a different coin? What would you like to do, Maria?
What do you suggest I should do? That was PFS what I did,
Yeah,
right?
that's PFS. I don't think it would hurt to do another bout of PFS. So all of you guys are, if you already know how to trade, the rally has begun. So feel free to trade any one of the 4 coins at this point. Yeah, shouldn't have.
We just pushed the price of PFS up another $700 or so.
There you go. Click swap anyway. And 13.44, it's below 15. That's good. Swap anyway. It changed on you. Click accept. And then swap anyway. And then type in confirm. And that's the process, guys. Thank you for helping us demonstrate the process, Maria.
Did I do this right now?
Click OK. Yeah. And wait for it. And then click the blue confirm button on the wallet. And wait for it. And then click on the close extension on the wallet. And the X on the white box. All right. Congratulations.
Right.
Would you like to change coins to a different one now?
Yes, the PFB.
You want to do PFB? Okay. So I think that's already loaded. So click on the PFS to see if you can find PFB.
I put it in there. I made
there
sure
it is.
that's in there.
Yeah.
I put it in there before this meeting.
All right. Maybe try the same thing. Try 300. Swap anyway. 9.53. You can technically go 400. I'd go back. Hit the X on the top right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, hit the X on the top right. And then to change the 300 to 400, you want to definitely push it hard when everybody's out here doing this right now. So let's see here. Click swap anyway. 12%, still low. Try 500. I know it's in your budget. So 500. And then swap anyway. And there you go. Perfect. Swap anyway again, quickly. There you go. Type in confirm quickly. And then the blue OK button. And then the dark blue confirm button on the wallet. And then close extension. All right, congratulations. Yep, you did it, 500. Congratulations.
Wow, that's awesome.
So let me do this. Let me reclaim the host from you now. So you got the hang of it, right? This is pretty straightforward, right, Maria?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
I'll reclaim the host now so I can kind of get into how things are changing. So you guys should all be trading and kind of listening, I guess, while you're on the Zoom here. So let's just take a look at how the prices are being impacted already. So we know that the price was changed on PFS. Wow. We were all the way down at like 18,000. Now we're at, it says 44 over here, 41.
I did all that. I
Well,
did all that.
possibly you had a big contribution to it for sure, no doubt.
I
Oh,
helped.
And
I
then,
helped on
look
that
at
too.
that. That is
and,
awesome.
and then on PFB, we shot it up from we were really kind of stuck down here at 27,000 for a while. Now we're at basically 37, so 10,000 bump there. Nice. Let's see if we have activity happening on the other coins. PFI, that's still at 6,500. That's a real bargain. And then let's see here. This one here, we've got okay, it's still at 1,294,000. Okay. I have version 3 and version 2. I like to compare the two. That's version 3. This is version 2. Right. So you got 1,278,000. Guys, this one right here, you definitely want to help us push it up.
Why that's not going there?
We want to hit
Oh,
the
because
target.
that's
We want to hit the target as soon as possible, which is 4 million. Okay. Remember that the co-founder bonus, we have to hit our targets before we start counting days earning the bonus, right? So we have to hit our targets. The target on PFI is 500,000. The target on PFB is 1 million. The target on PFS is 2 million, and the target on PFG is 4 million. But I like to even exceed that target, take PFG all the way to 9 million, and we could probably do that quite easily if you look at just how little coin is available here. If I refresh it, that's in the market available. We have a contract here that says we only have a third of 1%, right? That's way less than 1%, guys. It's a third of 1% in the contract, the liquidity contract. And PancakeSwap is sitting on basically, more or less a tenth of 1%. So if you add the two together, that's only a 40th of 1% is all the liquidity available in PFG. So when you buy PFG at this point, the price is likely to move, by not just hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, but quite literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in movement. Okay. So let's see if we can get these coins to move. So we're looking at okay, 1.3 million there. And also basically here too. And PFI is at 6,500. And PFS is at 41, moving up. PFB also moving up. Nice moves on those two coins. Very good. All right. So everybody should be trading. Well, the whole point is you guys are trading. You're purchasing coins, while we're in the rally together. So whatever you have, go ahead and put it in, even if it's a small amount. It's increasing in value quickly. And let's see here. Let's take a look at PFS. 44,000 PFS. That's moving nicely. Let's see here, PFS. Let's take a look and see what's available here. Refresh that. So currently the contract available here is 82% of a coin available in the liquidity contract. Okay, Pancake Swap is not on the first page. Not on the second page either. There we go. So there's a 4.5% available of a coin that's $44,000. 4.5% of $44,000 is take that back. It's actually 48 for a Pancake Swap. Okay. So as we basically that's what you can do a trade within that, and then as the contract will replenish it, it has less and less and less to replenish the exchange. That's how it works. So a lot of times, guys, what will happen when you're looking at these coins and you see movements like this, I'll show you here. Go to PFG. Okay. You see we had a nice strong move here all the way up here, almost to 2 million. It was like 170, 180,000, and then it kind of started to come down. This is basically, it's using the liquidity that it has to trade out some of the USDT that it has in order to buy up, some of the PFG coin, right? So that's basically the software. A lot of what you see here is software. Okay, we don't really have that many members selling. There's a handful, but not many. But the software does try to find a price for buyers. It always tries to give the benefit to the buyer, to give them a chance to buy it at a lower price. So the software tends to bring it down where buyers are going to buy, right? And that's what it's going to do. And so we have $8,000 in liquidity here, okay, on PFG. We've got $7,000 in liquidity on PFI. We refresh that. Yeah, now we're at $7,380. So we got a nice move happening here in PFI. All right, good job, guys. Liquidity is growing. And then on PFS, okay, PFS is going to move a lot quicker because liquidity is smaller. So we've got $2,000 of liquidity here, like 1.67, right? Liquidity, about $875 of USDT. Okay, see that there? That means it's going to have to move up quickly because it needs more USDT, right? It's hungry for it. All right, we go to PFB, and we're looking at $5,000 of liquidity here. Okay, pretty big difference. So there you go. So let's see, where's the bargain? I would say right now, if you've got something in the neighborhood of over $300 that you'd like to do, I'd strongly recommend doing the PFG. You have a good chance of moving it up quite a bit and seeing that price go up. And also, if you look at PFI, based on the fact that we're so far down below our target of 500,000, I would say that I put this into the super bargain category. You know what I'm saying? But maybe even $300 because of all the liquidity sitting here. It's not going to move the charts that much. It's going to move it some, if we use that same $300. So as far as making it a dramatic move in the charts, $300 would be better served on the charts on PFG. PFI's definitely got potential of great returns. Okay. All right, looks probably that's Pancake Swap already, looking to create a buy opportunity. Let me just refresh. Yeah. Yeah, it still says 73. So basically saying, hey, we'll let you buy down here at 65, even though technically we're at 73. So that's a super bargain. Okay. All right. So let's get feedback from some of you guys here. The audience has grown since I last looked. Again, welcome to our very first pool funding Well Club rally. And there's going to be many to come. And realize that by becoming a well, you have the opportunity to have ongoing benefits and rewards, which are going to be very, very special. You'll really appreciate being a well. I promise you that. Anybody who works their way into a well spot, they're going to be very, very happy. And by the time we hit our price targets, the chances of someone knocking you out of your well spot will be pretty remote, pretty limited, unless they come in with a lot of cash, in order to take a spot out of the top 50. It's going to be more difficult after we reach our price targets, and we're going to go up beyond that. So while we're here, is there anybody here who'd like to share their excitement about this rally? Anybody who's excited? Who's the most excited here? We got any excited people here? Who's excited? You're all trading like mad dogs. Trying to focus. All right. Just out of curiosity, is there anybody that's already, they've already done all the trading they're going to do today? Anybody like that can talk? Still busy trading? Okay. All the coins are definitely on sale.
Can you hear me, Ace? Am I on?
Hey, there's Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, yeah. I'm swapping right now.
All
But
right.
yeah, so I've bought each of the coins for what my budget will permit at this time. So yeah, it is exciting. It's exciting because we know, how these coins are going to increase in value. So the more we can purchase early like this, the better off we're going to be. So
People coming in after
I'm
we hit all our
not
prices are
jumping
so,
up
they're
and
gonna be
down
so
and kicking my heels.
jealous.
Yeah, but
yeah.
it's definitely it's a great investment. So very happy about that.
I'm happy for you, buddy. Thank you for your participation today. We appreciate everybody here. Thank you, Joe, for speaking up. I'd like to have this be more than just my voice on here, so it's always good to hear other people.
Ace the man. How you doing, sir?
There's Garfield, buddy. How you doing, Garfield?
All right. What's a good word? What's a good word?
Well, you're here. That's good as far as I'm concerned.
Ace, I'll tell you what, man. We getting this thing pump up, and whoever is burning it out, let me know. I'll go shoot them for you, man.
Okay.
I'll put a 2x4 up their rear end.
All right. Well, that's one way to put it, Anyway, it's an exciting time. We're glad that you're here. You're that beast of a gorilla there. I see your little icon here, and you're powerful that way. We appreciate you being here, Garfield. Garfield money. All right.
No, I just want to be just like you, Ace.
Absolutely. That's I can show you the way because I've been treading this path for a while. So how about Hunter? How's it going, Hunter?
It's going great. Folks, the food at this party is served buffet style. Get in there and gobble up all you want. Plenty to go around.
Hey, Hunter, would you get some bigger slice of pizza, man? That little slice of pizza will phase me, man.
Oh, if it were only that easy.
All right, let me check the prices again. Let's see if we've had some movement. Need to swipe my keyboard a little bit here. All right, share screen. Okay. Let's refresh PFI. Okay, PFI is resting at 65. Okay. Let's go back to PFG. PFG is now crossed the line. It's now 1,342,000. So, technically, guys, we went up about, what is that, $50,000? We moved $50,000 on PFG. It may look small, right? But when you zoom in, there it is. It looks a little more exciting there. That's what's happened here. That's from the rally here. Okay. That's version 3 of it. Version 2 is showing, yep, 133. So they're pretty close. They're paired pretty nicely. Okay. Yep. And it says here there's only $32 on version 2 and $100 on version 3. So basically $130 traded there so far in the rally. So anybody got something significant, it'll be a nice pump. Okay, going into PFS. PFS, okay, we're sitting at 44,000. Okay, we're sitting there for now. Okay, come back to that. PFB continues to hold strong at the 36,000. Very nice. PFB is our oldest coin, and it has had highs in the past of 300,000. So it's already made that kind of moves before, large moves. But we want to get PFB up to $1 million. We want to get that done before the end of April. Okay. So back in November of last year, we were at 100,000. And we've had a pretty good floor here. So we've established a nice floor, but it's time for us to get the coin up to where it needs to be, so that we can start ticking off those co-founder days. Because they're going to add up, and once you achieve co-founder status after ticking all the boxes, then you'll really enjoy getting 10x more coin added to your wallet, upon achieving the bonus. So very, very exciting. All right. Okay, so anybody here got a question for me? How about I take a question if anybody's got a question? No questions? All right. I recently interviewed Bob. Did you guys see the interview I did with Bob on YouTube?
I did.
Okay. Bob, just kind of doing a comparison between, what kind of it's going to take to be, making big money. You've got the conventional business background with your tire and auto repair shop there. And, you have a lot of, you have money coming in and money coming out, right? Every day, right? In your shop there. But here with 100% commission, how sweet that is, right? I bet I caught him in the middle of a trade too. Everybody's trading. Okay.
Everyone's
you
in
were talking
trade
to me, I
mode.
I'm done trading.
Oh, you finished? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought I was finished, but I'm gonna go for a little more.
You gonna add a little bit more? All right, right on.
Yeah.
Okay. We have Nancy that's out here in the Philippines. Hello, Nancy. Are you still?
If you have some time, I need some help because all of the sudden the tokens are not showing up.
Okay, how
You
about I
know,
make, I'll
I
make
just
it,
did 3 trades and then a PFS token and a PFB token just not showing up right now for some reason.
well, first thing I'll check is make sure you got enough BNB, and that's the first thing we'll check. So-
Oh, you're right. I go check it in a second. Could be. I think you're right. I have $1.07.
Yeah, $1. So that's probably
Yeah.
enough to use your MetaMask
that's-
wallet to swap out some of that USDT, maybe swap $10, right, of USDT inside of MetaMask. You don't need to do it on Pancake. You can do that on MetaMask. You should have enough to do a swap between USDT, adding $10 of BNB. So you go from $1 to 11. That'll give you some breathing room to do the trading on Pancake Swap.
You remember that other thing that I was telling you that I don't see when I want to swap something? I don't see a USDT. I always did this way, but for some reason I stopped. I can't see it anymore. So I need someone who's gonna help me with that. But I can take some from Kiki. I know how to do that.
Yeah, let me make you the host real quick, because if I can guide you, then it would work. All right, you're the host, so you can share your screen.
Okay.
Wait for a little bit.
You share your Zoom screen, okay? All right, click on the wallet, MetaMask. And then
See that I'm doing this for a long time, and I always works. And for last day or so, when I try to do this.
So click on swap, and then click on the arrow. Click on the X. Click on the X in the top right corner. Click on the arrow in the middle there. There you go. That's what you want. Now put $10 in the zero.
How did you do that? What did I didn't know? You know,
Yeah.
every time you think, "Oh, I know this now," there's something happens.
Yeah, it was already loaded. You just had to reverse the order, you know. There you go. Let's make sure the fee is less than $1. It's gonna be 35 cents, no problem.
Yep.
Click on swap. And wait for it. And then click on close. All right.
Wow, you have plenty of BNB. Okay, so we go back to the
And go back to the exchange. And what are you gonna trade now?
PFS.
You want to do PFS? Okay, just type in PFS. There you go. Well, no, it didn't see it.
See, this is a thing that they keep telling me there's no
Click on
no
manage
results.
tokens.
Yeah, click on manage tokens.
All right, and click on tokens. Oh, I see what the issue is. Go ahead. Yep. And you see where it says Ethereum up in the top right?
That's the problem. Uh-huh.
Top right, this one.
Wrong network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And click on BNB chain.
Yeah, you must have accidentally clicked on that. Yeah. All right, now click, yeah, there you go.
Yep, try it again now.
Now click cake. And then
Yeah,
type,
so
and then click on
PFS.
There they are.
You guys are so smart.
So 0.07, I think that makes you a well in PFS already. How much you gonna do now? 500?
PFS. Okay.
Okay. 500 PFS. Too high. Let's try 400. There you go. Click swap anyway. 14.96 right on the dot. Okay, click on swap anyway. Type in the word confirm. And click
Oh,
OK.
that's what it is. That's, see, I didn't see this. That's up front of me. So what?
Yeah, the price change. Because things are moving. So click dismiss. And then swap anyway, you got to go kind of quick. Otherwise, the price is changing. Okay, click on swap anyway. And then confirm. Okay. That looks good. Click the blue confirm button on the wallet. Wait for it. That airplane's flying. Okay, there you go. Click the close extension and close, and then click on the X on the white box. Da 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 da. You want to do more PFS, or do you want to do some more PFB, or what do you want to do?
Let's see this. What's that? 5.
PFS is up to 62.7K.
Yay! We're rallying.
PFS. Let's do the PFB.
PFB. Okay, you're 0.2 there, so yeah, you could stand to have more of that.
Okay, so let's see. Should I try 5?
Yeah, try 5, see what happens. Nope, try 4. There you go. Click swap anyway. And 14.8, swap anyway. And type in the word confirm. And then click OK. And confirm. Way to go. Let me check that chart real quick.
44.3K.
On PFB.
Yep.
So
Up
am I in a
about eight-
no the real thing yet? The
No,
first
no.
50?
Yeah, let's take a look. I'll tell you. I'll refresh the screen.
900.
let's
This
see
is
here.
1,000.
So
It's 2,000.
0.1. So I have a feeling you'd be there. How much do you have in PFB right now? Check your wallet.
All together? Or
Yeah,
what I did today?
No,
Today I did.
no, what you have all together in that wallet? How much, what's the number, what are you holding in PFB in your MetaMask wallet?
Do you see it?
Oh, I was looking at another screen. Let me go back. Okay, so you're showing it. Okay, so let me get my focus. It's kind of small. PFB. I see 0.03. Is that right?
Yeah, 888.
All right, let me take a look
Yeah,
here.
definitely one of the whales then.
Yeah, because you're way up here, 0.3. Yeah, you're like in the 20s. You're in the,
Okay.
Yep,
How about
she's at
how about
23.
PFS? How about PFS? Do you see PFS?
let me take a look at Zoom again. PFS, you're at 0.7. Yeah, I would say for sure. So PFS, let's see here. PFS. PFB, PFG. Okay, we refresh this.
Yeah, she's number 83 on PFS.
83.
Yep.
That is not good.
Yeah, so you're shy because it's you need to be at 10%. So you're at 7% of a coin.
So what do you think that this was should I do what?
Yeah,
400?
yeah, do another 400. Let's get you into let's get you in the well on PFS. Let's get you there.
She's in the club on PFG though. She's number 20 on that one.
Yeah, that didn't
Not bad
change,
at all.
huh? PFS. This is it,
There you go.
PFS. And
Right. That's gonna add a 0.5. So gonna take a chunk more to do it. Try 500 and see what that does for you. Oh, that helps. But it's too high. Okay. Back to 400.
this was PFS, right? So 400.
Swap anyway. This is a moving train. Swap anyway. Type in confirm. And then click OK. Up, click dismiss. Try it again. Just click swap anyway. Swap anyway. Type in confirm. And then OK. And click on the blue confirm button on the wallet. Perfect. And wait for it. The airplane's flying. Okay. Whoop. Click on your
What
MetaMask.
happened?
I don't know. Click on MetaMask. Looks like it went
It
through.
went through.
Okay.
Yep, it went
All
through.
right.
PFS is
Lovely.
up under 12K now,
All right. So
up to
click on
76.
click on click on the X and close the white box. Yeah. And now you're at what does that say? 882?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so you need more. So probably
I need more?
Yeah, because you're not quite there and above 10%. So
Okay.
go down a little bit.
How much more?
Maybe another 800.
What? Let me
She's
see.
at 65 now.
Which one? 65?
Yep, she's
The
at
other
65
400
on
should
the
be okay.
PFS list.
All right, do another 400 and call it a day. And then swap anyway. 12% swap anyway. Confirm. So as you can see here, guys, the opportunity to become a whale quite literally slipping through people's fingers right now. And if you missed out, it's going to be hard to catch up once it's established here. And to guarantee you, once we hit all our price targets, we'll probably know who our wells are on,
I don't know why that's going away.
for the next 30 years.
Did it go through, Hunter?
Yeah, it went through.
Yeah.
Yep. And PFS went up another 12K. It's at about 88K right now.
All right. So now you're sitting at, let me see, what does that say so small? Help me out, Hunter. Your eyes might be better than mine.
See here.
0.0874.
Let me refresh here.
So you're so close to 9% there, and you need to be over 10%. So there you go. So what do you guys think about us doing another rally?
So I'm okay now or what? No?
Well, you're so close to getting into the becoming a well on PFS, but I think you went through the funds that you wanted to use today, right? I think you're kind of hit where with your budget, right?
Yeah, we see. Yeah.
We talked about that. So yeah. But yeah, you're close. But let's see here. PFB, yeah. You're well everywhere else.
Wait, I have to look at it.
I mean, if you want to do another 400, it might put you over the edge, or it might put you just, hair. I can't really say for sure. So the trend.
She's 20 on PFG on the PFG list.
1800.
Yep. 23 on the PFB
Let's
list.
get the harem. 4, 8, 12. You wanna learn Hungarian?
And
Let me do this one more time. 300
so,
plus 300. Oh, plus 4,
oh, she's number 2 on the PFI list,
4.
right below you,
Or-
Race.
Well,
So
right,
it's
right, 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 right
1800.
below all of us, because that's the, co-ownership. Go ahead.
Right, just
1800,
right.
900. So I have more money.
Okay, all right. So go ahead and do another 400 if
No,
you want.
wait. You're right. I'm very close to.
Your budget?
Yeah. 18 plus 9. Yeah, I'm $300 away. Should I do 300?
Go for it. $300 PFS. All right, swap anyway. And swap anyway. Click OK. See, it's below 10% now. Oh, click dismiss and go for it again. You don't need to type in the word confirm when it's less than 10%. Click swap anyway. Okay. Yeah, click OK. And then click the blue confirm button on the MetaMask wallet. Wait for it. The airplane's flying. Complete. Click on the close extension on the wallet. And then close the white square with the X in the top right corner. All right, let's take a look.
Hunter, help me, Hunter.
It-
Help me. Tell me.
It did. It went through. PFS is at 98K right now, and let me see where you are on the list. Let me refresh this.
It looks like you're 9%. So you're probably like 55. You're so close to 50.
Oh my God.
What number is she, Hunter? You're looking at it.
She's
Point
at
09049.
Oh, she's at 72.
Oh, 70.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Yeah, looks like some people are buying to try and get in.
yeah, you're gonna miss out.
Going nutty here.
I'm gonna reclaim the host. Congratulations, Maria. You'll look back on this as
Yeah.
like one of your most favorite parts of your life. I promise you that. You're gonna be so glad you're well. All right. So let me share my screen. And
Going
Still didn't
going nutty here.
do it.
all right, so we're looking at PFS. Okay. So if I refresh that. Yeah. Oh, really? The contract's still saying something like 8.2 there. I think it was 1 and change before. Yeah, you need more than 10% to get in. And you said 72
Yep.
there, right there.
There she is.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So look at all these nines. There's a whole bunch of nines in front of you. It's a mad rush. Mad rush. Well, maybe you could pull something together before it goes up too much higher, Maria, after the rally. So,
She's got to hear. She'll be right back.
all right. So very good, very exciting. Let's get ready to close out our rally today. We've had an exciting rally. Let's refresh PFB. Well, let's start with PFI. Let's go to PFI first. Okay, PFI. Okay. PFI didn't have as much love in the rally, but guys, this is the one that's got the highest returns. You know, look at the chart on the website. PFB 44,000. Okay, we made a Made a jump here from 27,000 to 44,000 today during the rally. Not bad for the few minutes that we've been together.
Sweet.
We've got close to $6,000 liquidity here in PFB. And then if we go to PFS, wow. And we actually could see Maria had a big contribution to this, but so did a lot of you, because I think more than Maria was trading PFS. And we climbed all the way out of 17,000 all the way to 96,000 in a matter of minutes, guys. How about that?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Now, remember, guys, this might look like, when you look at normal charts, you go, oh, that's the time to sell. It's up too high. Realize that the time that we're working with here, guys, take a look at the calendar, okay? We are looking in the next couple of weeks, okay? Boom, boom, boom. There's the 30th, right? Okay. There's really, no one should be selling anything before this date. As of May 1st, some people might sell, but if you're serious about accumulating for your co-founder bonus, you're not going to want to sell even in May.
I might have found a page nearby.
Let me share my screen again.
The mic's open.
All right. So again, we're pushing right now. Right now is the time to push hard. We want to work together. This is all about cooperation, collaboration, and getting to our price targets. We all want to start ticking away days towards our bonuses. Those co-founder bonuses, they don't even start to tick away, tick, 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 until we hit our price targets, okay? And remember that the bonus is 10 times. So if you're sitting on one coin, then we're going to give you 10 more coin, right? So it's not about a price movement. It's about having more coin. So the whole point of the co-founder bonus is to get more coin. So you're going to want to maximize and accumulate as much coin as you possibly can in a year. And that has an effect of, like, it makes people resist the idea of selling. And that's what we need. We need a community that understands the value of hodling. Okay? That should be our culture. We should be a culture of hodling, because think of it like the cash flow we get, the USDT that we get every day from building up our team, right? As we build our team, we're accumulating USDT, right? And as we do that, you could think of that as golden eggs coming from a goose, right? The goose laying the golden egg, right? So that USDT that we're accumulating as cash flow, that's the whole point. So we shouldn't even be concerned about, trying to sell our coin, right? We should be thinking about accumulating as much coin as possible. That is the idea. You have a big incentive. Become a whale. I promise you, anybody who had a chance to be a whale and missed it, they will end up regretting it. Okay, they're going to find out just how sweet the benefits and rewards are. They'll find out. It's going to be kind of a tight group, less than 200 people. Okay, in that group, and we'll be having our own meetings and things like that, and we'll be doing our own things together. But the benefits and rewards are going to be outstanding if you're a whale. You don't have to be a whale in all 4 coins. You can be a whale in 1 coin, and that puts you into the group. Okay. But if you're a whale in all 4 coins, it's just more prestigious, right? Gives you more prestige among the whales, right? Kind of, prestige, right? So, but you want to get the biggest possible co-founder bonus that you can get. There's only going to be 10,000 of you that are going to end up as co-founders. Okay. And after that, we'll have a million partners, and a million partners, they get 5x. Co-founders get 10x. Partners get 5x. Okay. And by the time we get that big, where we got over 1 million people, part of pool funding, we will have, achieved the goal of being big enough to have collective bargaining power, and that would give us the power to, move things in the direction we want things to move. Okay, that's for sure what it's all about. things that you're gonna want, things that you're things that you're probably paying for anyway. How about if you could just get a better deal on it, right? And so that's where collective bargaining comes in. And so just by becoming a larger group, right? That's the whole point. That's why we have co-founders and partners. Okay. Study the videos that are on the account page. That is basically your lessons. Then you can go to the YouTube channel. There's over 300 videos there. They all have value, but the most valuable among them are on your account page. And if they're on the account page, it's kind of like you need to know that information. If it's on if there's a video on your account page, you need to know the information there. And if you start asking questions like in a meeting, we get together, twice a week as co-founders and have co-founders. If you're asking questions that are answered in those videos, you're the one that's not, you don't look so good. You know what I'm saying? When you ask questions that are, explained pretty clearly in those videos. So you want to know that material and you want to know it well because it's there to benefit you. So the strategy here is that our attention is keeping the goose alive so that all members, not just some members, but that all members get to have golden eggs. Okay? Right? We don't want some to get golden eggs and then the rest to be pouty and where's my egg? We want everybody to be happy, right? And if we do this the right way, we're just not sellers. Members of pool funding are not sellers of PF coins, at least not for the next 12, 13, 14 months. Okay, we're not sellers because it's like settling for small change. Why settle for small change when you can come out big, and with a big fat bonus? And those of you that are getting involved this early in pool funding, our price targets are so far from where we're at, right? So if you look at where we're at and where we're going, for example, I still think we're probably something like, 40x, something like that, maybe 50x on PFI. In the future, after we hit those price targets, the members ongoing from that point, they might be happy with 3x, okay? 3x on an ongoing basis, okay? But you have a chance to get much more than that. You have much more, so just get your calculator out and figure it out that you really stand to benefit. And whatever you can accumulate, if you sell little bits of it, you'll never be able to buy those bits back for what you sold them for. Right? The train's moving down the tracks, and you don't want to miss out. You want to maximize your experience, and what you want to get really good at is accumulating USDT as cash flow. Now that we're offering a giveaway, I'll be doing training ongoing from now on about the giveaway. I'll be creating lots of campaigns. I'm thinking of a campaign to approach people in cryptocurrency. I'm thinking about a campaign approaching, people who are like myself, who are expats or digital nomads. Digital nomads depend on the internet to survive. Okay, and a lot of them don't make millions of dollars a year, and we could show them how they could do that through pool funding. So we have a tremendous opportunity, but we need to kind of tighten up what we've been doing, and so that we show strength, not just in the market, but also in any place where we group together. We want to show strength when we're grouped together. Okay. And that's it. So I just want to let you all know that I really appreciate all of you that came and supported this rally, our very first pool funding well club rally. You were here, a historic moment. You got to see with your own eyes how powerful this is. And you can see that it doesn't take a lot of money. It doesn't take hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to move our coins. Okay. It doesn't, not right now. So we can get the coins to our targets, some of them might be tens of thousands, but in some cases, thousands of dollars will be at the point where we need to be, it's not going to take much for some of the coins where they're positioned already. So we're so close, and we have a couple more weeks left in April to get it done. And I really hope we get it done in April, guys, because one way or another, you know, the penalty is going to end on the last day of April. On May 1st, there's no more penalty, which means for those that really feel inclined to sell, they can safely sell if that's what if they really want to do that, right? You know, we're not here to babysit people and help them understand financial things. We can tell them all day, you know, that the right thing to do is buy and hold and wait for you to get the maximum gain and not shortchange yourself. But some people won't get it, okay? And they're going to sell. But the right time to sell would be May, not before that, okay? Let us all work together to pump up the price and have as little selling pressure as possible right now as we move into the end of this month. All right, thank you all for coming. I'll just wrap it up there, and we can all unmute now and say, hip, hip, hooray for the rally. Hip, hip, hooray.
Hip, hip, hooray.
Hip, hip,
To the
hooray.
moon!
Bam to the person that sell before May.
Hip hip hooray for the
Hey.
rally.
The Rockets go.
Bam, bam to the person that sell before May.